Greetings, class. I'm Ida Jones, your instructor for the class this semester. The image I have on this slide is of a teacher leading a class in an old-fashioned schoolhouse. That contrasts with the high-tech schoolhouse we're using for this class. We're using a virtual classroom space to create learning. So why do I do this? Why do I spend time teaching? It's fun. It's exciting. It's as much fun as going to a carnival. You'll never know what you'll learn or who you'll see. And as you consume, as you look at new information, you may see the world in a different way. And the more information you have, the more information you want. And as you can see on the picture, when you first look at it, you may not recognize what it is. But it's an apple. But it's the top part of the apple with the stem broken. If you consume things, you can look at things in a different way. I teach because I like to learn. It may seem weird for me to say that because you're in this class because you need to learn more about how law and ethics have an impact on business conduct. So you're here to learn. I like teaching though because I like to learn and because when I teach, I learn. Sometimes I learn because of the things I look up in order to teach class. Sometimes I learn from my own writing about a topic. And sometimes I learn when you tell me something new or something from a different perspective. Now, I'm sure you've heard the expression, curiosity killed the cat. And you can see on the image on the slide, this cat looks like it's about ready to do something to this toy vehicle it's looking at. I like teaching though because I'm insanely curious. I have to keep researching to find out things. And my interests are very broad. They can range from law to ethics to business to science. I like finding out how things work. And if you look at the image on the slide, it's everything and anything. So on the slide, you have a picture of a building, you have pictures of animals, you have pictures of boats and water, you have pictures of the city, a wide range of things. And that's what I like about teaching. Now, I became involved with studying law because of the way society changed in the 60s. And that's the 1960s, not the 1860s, okay? The legal system changed and it provided opportunities to those who didn't have opportunities before. For example, my mother wanted to be a teacher. But in Arkansas, where she grew up, though she passed the teacher's exam, she couldn't be a teacher. So she worked as a baker and then as a maid, but her conversations with us were always about learning. And she encouraged all of us, that's me and my sister and two brothers, to learn. So that's how I became involved with teaching. Now, what else about me? I'm a science fiction fan. And you can see in the slide that I have, I believe these are pictures of the wax figures of the crew from the original Star Trek. You may have seen the new version in the movies, in the movie theaters. Well, new, I'd say like 4 or 5 years old now. And I love the new version too, but I grew up on this old version. So I love science fiction. Sometimes they call it Star Trek nuts. Of course, my favorite movie of all time was The Day the Earth Stood Still. It was a black and white movie about an alien invasion, and the story is what is fascinating. Obviously, the technology was very different then. That movie was released, I believe, in either the late 50s or early 60s, but my favorite movie of all time. Avatar, which was released several years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, is another favorite of mine. A different look at the future. Okay, so in addition to being a science fiction fan, I'm also a grandmother. I have 3 grandchildren, and I'm also a mother. I have 4 children. They're all adults now, and one is attending school here. So, all I want to do is to kind of give you an introduction to me and let you know the kind of learning environment I hope to foster in this online course. This last slide is a picture of a classroom where everyone's raising their hand because they have something to contribute. I want our learning environment to be one where you talk to me, you talk to each other, you talk to the material. Well, maybe not exactly talk to the material, but you at least dive into it and see how it affects you and your environment. I want to see everyone engaged in the course. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you online.